In the flipped classroom model, the idea is to say, well, let's not make you sit and do the lecture in class. Instead, what we'll do is we'll set the lecture or the learning to the evening before class, where you just do the research, find out the ideas, and then you come to class to apply it and do your work. The theory there being that the student who would have gone home and had such a big issue with the homework, well, they don't do the homework at home. They can't run into that snag. They're doing the homework with me in the classroom, so I can individually help out people whenever needed. They'll just go home and learn the material. If they have issues learning the material, then they come into class and that's their question, and then they can immediately get on to the homework and work from there. During class, they could take notes and they could scramble as fast as possible to take all the notes and try to soak in the information on the visuals and hopefully retain it all. But in the video, it's the same focus, except at some point, and I've had kids who have done this year, they said, you know, I take like half an hour to watch your videos because I keep pausing and rewinding and pausing and rewinding just to double check. And I like that. There's so much power in that, where rather than just saying, well, I got lost, my head goes down. It's, well, I'll just pause it, and I didn't get that, so I'll rewind it. And if I don't get it after rewinding it, they show up the next day and they say, I didn't get this part. What were you talking about? And then we go over it. The response has been very good for the struggling students. They really enjoy the fact that there's always something online they can check on. I put all my answer keys up for the homework because we don't grade homework here. So I put up the answer key after a couple days just so they can check their work and they can look through it and they can kind of control themselves. And I think a lot of people respond positively to having their own charge of the material. They are the one who's in control of the pace. This has allowed me to fit so much more curriculum time in and even go deeper into the material. I've actually had time to say flat out, hey, we're going to talk about this today, why not? Because it's related to what we're doing. You guys clearly already get it. Let's just jump into this. Let's try something else. Had more lab time, which is nice. That's always good to have. It's freed up so much time. And I think for the kids, it's made it less of a headache. As they would have had 45 minutes worth of homework every evening that they would just bang their head against the wall trying to finish. They have responded very favorably. They said, a lot of them have said, well, that just makes sense. And I've been really happy to hear that. I've even had former students who I've talked to about it, because they'll come in and they'll joke with me about how things are going. And I'll tell them I'm doing the flipped classroom thing, and they'll say, wait, what? And I tell them about it, and they go, well, that makes sense. It does too. It does to me too. So, in those frustrating times where you're working really hard and you're spending all your extra time on it, it's totally worth it. It's worth it to the kids, and that's what's important.